All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Happy trades. Thank you. Thank you. Your mama 396. She said, "Good morning, everyone. Happy trades." It's my mom. Oh, okay. I did not mean to do that. All right, there we go. Now every time I open up TradingView, the settings reset. Okay, let's start on the daily time frame, right? On Nasdaq. Something that I've been looking at is this range here. Obviously, we gapped below it. So today I feel like we'll either retest this area or we'll just keep dumping. On the 4-hour time frame, there's a couple zones. We have this 4-hour supply zone here, kind of at the top of that range that I'm talking about. This is another 4-hour zone. And then down here where the market bounced off from, there's another 4-hour zone. Yeah, this one. This 4-hour demand zone, which has a couple bounces off of it. We got this bounce right here, and then yesterday where it did the bounce. Boom. I think that's it for the 4-hour time frame. This looked like a really good zone as well, which we did bounce off of on Friday. But obviously we gapped below it, so it's not that helpful anymore. On the 3-hour time frame, we have this 3-hour supply zone. Or sorry, what? Demand zone. We have a 3-hour demand zone there, which is a really good zone. It's just far away from price. But it might not matter because it might be a really volatile opening, especially since it's gonna be the actual first time Wall Street is open since the bombing of, I think it was an oil rig or an oil place in Iran. Something like that. You guys have probably heard about it. But yeah, if you look at oil, like it skyrocketed. So we'll see how Nasdaq reacts. Obviously, there's you can already see some reactions, but you really never know until you get that New York Open. Well, this is a good 1-hour supply zone. You can see multiple rejections off of it. Obviously, it's not that good because it's far away from price. Let's see the 90-minute time frame. Okay, don't see much. 45-minute time frame. This looks like a good 45-minute demand zone. I would take shorts off of this trade, or sorry, off of this zone. If it gets below 256, I do think it'd be a good short, at least to this 3-hour demand zone, which is about 130 points away. That could give you a good move. On the 30-minute time frame, I don't see too many zones. I know there was a couple 30-minute zones, like all the way back here. But I think we already ran through a lot of zones that there was overnight. Yeah. On the 15-minute time frame, okay, this is a good 15-minute supply zone here, which is above this gap. I'm also gonna mark out this gap here. I don't take trades off of gaps, but I do like to know where they are. So I do mark the gaps orange. Bless you. Um, bless you. I want to see this 4 hour zone. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Yeah, I think if it goes up, I'd hope it fills the gap. Some people do like taking trades off of the gap. I don't know. For me, it's not really an actual zone. Plus, I don't trade that way. So if it goes up, my only chance at a zone's really gonna be this 15-minute supply zone, which isn't horrible, but it's also just not the best. Yeah, let's say the market goes up, fills this gap, and it gets up to the 800s, then I'd wait for it to get this 15-minute supply zone. I would either take shorts or longs off of here. If I take longs, I'm expecting it to go up to this 4 hour supply zone, which is 225 points away, which is pretty far. So I would expect a pretty big move if it gets above 822. It's just kind of weird because there's a huge gap there. So we'll see if we fill it or if we tap into the gap and reject it, just like we did right here. I think that's it for the zones. I should kind of chart lower, but I don't want to chart too far away for nothing. But yeah, I think this move down is really good because we're finally away from that area that we've been in for. It feels like months, but in reality, I think it's no, I think it's over a month. Let's see. Yeah, this area here. Oh yeah, about a month, 32 days. That's a while. So I'm hoping I'm hoping this move is like really an actual breakout to the downside. Or if not, maybe we go back inside the range and then maybe is bullish enough to break past these highs. But we'll see. I think today's gonna give us a pretty big hint to what the rest of the week is gonna give us. On US 30, it also had a nasty gap down and it also bounced off of a 4 hour demand zone. Let's start on the daily. See how this looks. Yeah. The daily on US 30 looks way bearish than NASDAQ, which is I mean it's not too surprising. But it's just funny because US 30 was at all time highs while NASDAQ was chopping up. So it looked very bullish for a moment there. We got a couple 4 hour supply zones there. And then I know we have this 4 hour zone all the way back here, which we bounced off of recently. Whoa. Also, last time I requested a payout, it got approved on the Monday at around 9 a.m. So I was kind of hoping it happened again, but I'm not sure it's going to happen again. We'll see. Also, this far, demand zone is really good. It's just far away from price. Okay, I am not seeing any zones on none of these time frames. I mean, of course, I see this gap. All right, I was gonna say if the payout gets approved, then I'll be able to trade my accounts today. But I don't know. We got 15 more minutes. If it gets approved before then I'll trade the accounts. Okay, this is a good 30-minute supply zone here. Dang, I really don't see too much though. Not too many zones close to price. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I mean, this could be a small 15-minute supply zone, but honestly, I wouldn't take a trade off of it because we're probably going to chop on it before the market even opens up. This is a tiny 15-minute zone. All right, let's see. I think, okay, this is a good 10-minute. All right, I'm thinking if price moves up, fills this gap, I'd literally have to wait for it to tap 664, which right now is 600 points, more than 600 points away, which is pretty far away. Also, it's just like if this move happens, like I've already missed out on the longs. So I'm not even sure I'd want to trade it after that. But let's just say it comes up here. I would take longer shorts off of here, just like Nasdaq. Um, if US 30 opens up and it closes below 803, which is below this 10-minute demand zone, then I would take shorts. Because I do like this zone. It looks like a really strong zone. If that happens, the trade would be something like this. And I think it'd be pretty good because if we break this zone, I would expect us to touch up on this 30-minute demand zone, which is down here. What, 226 points away? That's good enough because I usually close the trade out at 150 points. Oh, okay, this is good. I got the emails that the payouts are approved. So let me double check the accounts. I mean, if it gets approved, they already took the money out. So I'll be trading my Apex accounts. Whoops. Let's see. Okay, yeah, they're taking the money out right now. You can see some accounts are at 52,000 and the other are at 54. So let's wait and see for all of them to get approved. Yeah. All right, they should all be fine. Good, that's good. I wanted to get approved before market open. But honestly, I don't think the market looks that good. I'm not gonna lie. You seen the Forest Beginner podcast made a video about your payout video? Yeah, did I? I was scrolling on my um subscription feed and I saw that and I was like, no way. And then I watched the video. I actually watch him. I've been watching him, right? Especially when he did podcasts. When he did podcasts, everyone was watching him. 'Cause he would interview really popular traders. Okay, I'm not seeing too much. Honestly, the markets don't look that good. We'll see though. If they're really volatile, then I think it'll give us good trades. But if not, it might be like Friday, right? On Friday, you saw the market was down 2%, more than 2% overnight, and then New York Open was like the complete opposite. It just barely moved. So sometimes I don't like seeing like the overnight session going crazy because sometimes it is a hint that New York Open is going to be choppy. In today's case, is different though. Like it was a Sunday Open and stuff, and it is the first time market's going to open since that whole thing with Iran happened. Had some mucus, but yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, but I was saying, since it's the first day it actually opens since that, I think we'll see good volume. But like I just feel like a lot of people should when they see the market moving crazy, especially me when I first started, I'd see like a crazy pre-market and then I'd always expect New York Open to be like insane. But now I've noticed that if pre-market's crazy, it doesn't really matter. New York Open could be choppy even though pre-market is insane. So I always just try to keep an open mind towards that and not get so obsessed with the fact that whoa, like pre-market's crazy, New York Open is gonna be insane, like mad money, da da da. No, if you think that way, like you're gonna start chasing. All right, I got 10 more minutes. I need to kind of hurry up here. I'm just doing support and resistance really quick. Yeah, the other no, not the other day. I think it was yesterday. I got a comment just saying that like something about the white lines and how the white lines are pointless. I mean, I understand that, but I like my white lines. I do. I think they're helpful sometimes. Plus, I think if something works, you don't need to fix it. Where's the VWAP? We haven't touched VWAP in about 8 hours. I think that's a long time. I do think we'll touch VWAP pretty soon. Damn, I just realized too VWAP is right at this 45-minute demand zone. So if price does come down here, I'm not even sure I would take a trade off of this area, right? Because VWAP is there. That sucks. Honestly, I don't like how the markets look today. I was expecting I was expecting it to look better. But of course with the gap down, it's not gonna look like how it always does. It's definitely gonna look way different. Also, since last time I requested a payout and then after the payout I got on like a 2 week losing streak, um part of me like wants to say it was the market that time and not 100% me. But let's just say it was me, right? Maybe I was trading differently because, I got the payout approved or whatever. So this time, what I really want to focus on is a really good setup, right? So like today, if I don't feel like the setup is actually A plus, like how it usually is, then I won't take it. I really want to focus on good quality setups because if I do, let's just say I get on a good winning streak, and I could request a second 40K payout this month, and that'll be Jordan Belfort level. That will be like Wolf of Wall Street level. Jordan Belfort. So that's the goal. That's the goal. But the only way I'm gonna get there is if I have a really good winning streak. The way I have a really good winning streak is by focusing on the quality of the setup. And that includes not trading every day, which I have realized this year I've been really bad at. This year I've taken a trade basically every day that I could, which is good and bad. But yeah, last year I was really good at like not taking trades every day. This year though is way different. Way different. Like I see a setup almost every day. All right, I think this is good enough. US 30s right at this 15-minute supply zone, which so far kind of looks like it's rejecting it. Where's VWAP? Okay, I mean, I don't really care too much about VWAP on US 30, but we're above it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not clear to me today. Some days, you know, for me, some days, like I have an idea of what might happen. Today, though, it's just like it's not my usual day, right? Like I have this huge gap above price, which I usually don't have. I also just don't have the best zones around price, especially on US 30. The zones that I do have on a smaller time frame. We'll see. Also on Nasdaq, so far, this pre-market price action looks very choppy. So I would love to see the New York opening being very volatile. That way the candlesticks could be, way different than this. These candlesticks look very wicky with small bodies, most of them. So I don't want to see that coming into New York Open. Another thing with how do I say it? Like when the pre-market is insane, a lot of people get excited to trade, which is understandable, right? Because the market made crazy moves overnight. But if you get too excited to trade, it's not going to be the best. Oh my god, Doyle trade demo. Guys, did you guys see that? Did anyone see that Twitter post about Doyle? Please tell me you guys saw that. Bro, when I saw that, I was like, ain't no way this is real. No way. There's no way. You guys remember what Danny Trades did where he was showing like a live account and then like there was a split second where it showed it was a demo account. That's what Doyle did. Like not kidding. You could go to his video right now and find the frame where it says demo. I hope I hope he's pulling like a Justin Whirling thing where he's just like kidding. Cause it's like I don't know, Doyle is just like I don't know. If you watch Doyle, like you just probably have that feeling or like you probably think like he's the real deal. Shit, I did. I mean, I still do. I'm really hoping that shit is not real, but like it is. It's in his video. Who posted it? Iman Trades. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name, but Iman. He like exposed a lot of traders. Also, it was on Twitter. If you're a trader, you got to be on Twitter. Like that's where the nerds are. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. Cause it's like with Doyle, if you follow him on Instagram, like he'll show screenshots of him like withdrawing money from Tradeovate, a regulated broker. It's just like he makes it look real. Plus, he's rich, right? There's no denying that he's actually rich, right? He lives in Miami. He has a Lambo. He has a nice BMW. But his Discord makes bank. If you do the calculations on his Discord, it's like 70K a month, I think, or more. Who knows? Which doesn't really matter, right? I don't care that he makes money on Discord. That's awesome. But he says he makes a lot of money trading, which is kind of why a lot of people trade with him. So it's like, damn. I don't know. I just, it sucks seeing traders get exposed because it's like they really do give you hope that you could be like that one day. And then when they get exposed or something, or, they come out being as fake, it's like, damn, I really had hope. So it sucks. I really hope it's not real, but I don't know. Lonnie, did you learn from Danny Trades? I see you mark the same areas as him, supply and demand. And also, chart colors are the same. Yeah, I did learn from Danny Trades, unfortunately. But that was like 2 years ago, when he was Danny Trades. Like that was when you searched up futures trading and he was the first guy that popped up. Now though, it's completely different. And he's different as well. Before his trading was way different. It was actually good. Now it's just like full on gambling. Okay, well, here's the market open. I definitely want to see if we fill this gap, right? Or if we reject it. Obviously, if we fill the gap, I'm just going to have to watch it. I really don't have a way of entering into the market, which does suck. It does. Yeah, and then this 4 hour demand zone, which is a zone that got ran through, it looks like we're retesting it right now. And it's funny too because the 50% line kind of also aligns with the gap. Also, something I've kind of noticed with the markets, maybe just for me, is that if I don't have any higher time frame zones close to price, it's like a slower opening. I don't know why, but it happens a lot. Like on Friday, if you looked at my Friday stream, I didn't really have too many zones close to price, and it was a slower open, especially on US 30. Okay. Well, how big is this 5 minute candle? Okay. I mean, the 5 minute candle on Nasdaq's pretty big. It's 100 points so far. So decent opening on Nasdaq. On US 30 doesn't look too good. Also with US 30, The only way I would kind of trade it is around this 10-minute demand zone, which is all the way down at 8:30. But then VWAP is also there. Not the best. It's not looking the best today for me. It's not looking clear like it usually does. You just broke my heart with the Doyle thing, bro. I know. Like I said, I couldn't believe it either. I mean, I still can't, but I don't know. It's just like what would be the explanation for that? You know, there's not really a good explanation for that. There's just not. It's funny too cuz I watched the video myself. I watched it a couple days ago when it came out. What happened with Doyle? He basically pulled a Danny trades. Like if you look at his recent video, he was trading. He set a live account, and then there was a split. It was like one small frame where he didn't blur out his account number, and the account number says demo, which is a demo account on Tradeovate. And like you can go to the video yourself and find the frame. Like it's not like someone edited it or something. No, he just missed it out. And it's sad, like I said, because you look up to traders like that, and it gives you hope. But there's no doubt in my mind that he's actually rich. He got money. Is it from trading though? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. Unless he comes out with like a broker statement or something, but he already like kind of responded. He said in his Discord he's basically like not worried about it. He's focused on winning. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't care either, right? I'm making a lot of money, so who's gonna talk shit? If I was him, I'd do exactly what he's doing now. Just keep doing what he's doing. Because if you think about it, if he like comes out with a statement or something talking about, he's just gonna make it worse. Like what's his name? Like Justin, bro. That Justin situation, I don't know. What do you guys think about the Justin situation? Well, what do you guys think about the second video that he came out with, explaining why he did it, and he was calling everyone foolish? What do you guys think about it? Rich or not, that would make him a fraud. Yeah, it's just confusing too, cause like I said, like in his Instagram, he actually screenshots the withdrawals from Tradeovate from his broker. So it's like it makes him seem like really, really real. He's actually withdrawing money from the markets. But at the same time, it's not really hard to fake that. You know, he could literally just be putting money in his account and then withdrawing it. But at the same time, it's like why would you even do that? Why would you want to fake trading profits? It doesn't make sense. But I just answered my own question. It's like why would you fake it? You'd fake it to get more sales in your community. That's the why. I don't know, guys. The trading space is, I don't know. Sometimes it sucks. You don't know who to believe at this point. I mean, if the strat works, why do people care if he's on demo or real? Because he says he's on real. In the video, he says it's a live account. But again, I guess it doesn't matter. But like it does. It depends on who you are, honestly. You pay for TradingView? Yeah, yeah. You have to. You have to. If you trade futures and you're charting on TradingView, you have to pay for TradingView's CME data fees. Or not, you'll have delayed data. So with TradingView, you know they're making money because every trader has to pay them for that live data. All right, well, there's really not much going on. It looks like Nasdaq tapped the gap. So far, we're rejecting it, which I think is good. But if Nasdaq comes down to 282, which is where a 45-minute zone is, again, I'm not sure if I would actually trade it because VWAP is right there. Same thing with US 30. US 30, once it comes down to 831 down here, which is a 10-minute demand zone, I'm honestly not 100% sure I would trade it since VWAP is right there. It could present a really good trading opportunity, but is it my regular A plus setup? It's not. It's not. Also, with the opening, it's really not that strong of an opening, right? If it was a strong opening, I feel like we would have went straight in a direction, right? If you zoom out, we're kind of still in this pre-market range here on Nasdaq. Same thing with US 30. We're still in this range here, so we still haven't really moved anywhere. But we're only 10 minutes into market open, so it might be too early to judge it. We'll see. I think a huge chance is going to be the 15-minute candle closing and how that closes. If it closes out with big wicks and a small body, honestly, I probably won't trade today. Like I said, I really want to focus on like high quality setups for the rest of the month. I mean, I always do, but especially after getting the payout approved. We'll see. We got 5 more minutes for the 15-minute candle to close. I would love to see this Nasdaq candle. I would love to see it close below what around the 360s, right below this huge range here. Because usually, if the first 15-minute candle closes inside of a range like this, it's just a hint towards the market being choppy. We'll see though. If you measure the opening range right now, it's a pretty decent size. It's like I do think there's good volume on Nasdaq and with US 30 as well. We'll see. I'm looking at US 30 more since it's at this 10-minute zone. It's just hard though cuz VWAP's right there. Usually I don't like taking trades right at VWAP. But it's just Monday, you know? So if I don't trade today, it's just Monday. I got 4 more days. I got the rest of the month. You got to be zoomed out. You can't just be focused on just today. You know what? I didn't even look at the session liquidity thing. What does it say? Oh wow, we got London lows and Asian lows, which I think is bearish. Like on the smaller time frame, I was gonna say it looks bearish, but I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. If the 15-minute candle closes out really good, that'll be perfect. US 30 is kind of rejecting this 10-minute zone. Usually, I would take longs on US 30 if it got above these wicks here. And I think it would play out. It's just, like I said, I want to be really picky with my trades, and this isn't really an A plus setup. Like it's not what I actually want to see. We'll see. We'll see if this plays out. I know for sure. Usually, I'd be long if it gets above this 1 minute wick here. We'll see if that plays out. Am I gonna take it? No. I'm honestly not trusting it too much. This trade would only play out if the market's actually gonna be ranging and choppy. All right, well, this 15-minute candle closes in about 25 seconds. On NASDAQ, it looks like it's still going to close out inside of this range. Not the best sign. Yeah, US 30 longs looks like it's playing out. We'll see though. Is there any high impact news today? Tuesday. No, there's not. Tomorrow there's high impact 10 a.m. news, which is good. I was gonna say if there was high impact news today, maybe is waiting for that. I don't think it is though. Yeah, this is tough. I feel like Nasdaq has really good volume. Just I don't have any good zones to take a trade from, except all the way down here, which we're getting close to. But then again, VWAP is there, so it's like, oof. Maybe I'd take it on US 30. We'll see. My goodness. That was a nasty spike, right? Kind of. Yeah. Doyle, my boy, for sure. I know he was fishy. I don't know why that sounded funny, the fishy part. And I added up last time I was in this 1,300 people at 75 a month. You do the math. Yeah, it's a lot of money. He's at 1,800 now, making 100K a month. Yeah, like there's no doubt he's rich. But there's just only proof that he's rich from teaching in the community, which again, there's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong is you saying your train live account and it's a demo. That's the wrong part, because you're lying. Like I said, though, I honestly really hope that he's pulling Justin Werley and like he's just kidding, but I don't think I don't think he's doing that. Damn, this market is my enemy right now. This is not my bestie. This is not what I want at all. Yeah, I have this 5 minute demand zone on NASDAQ, but I'm not that good at trading 5 minute zones because I always get like chopped. Also, realistically, I wouldn't really have gotten a good entry on this because the zone is too small. The only way I would have gotten a really good entry on this long is if only if I placed the order. So I wouldn't really have I wouldn't have had a entry confirmation like how I usually do, except on US 30, which the trade on US 30 would have been something like this. Longs up here, 50 point stop, and then I would have targeted like 150 points. But like I said, I didn't really like the setup because VWAP's right there, and I just don't like the price action. It's not that I'm scared to trade, it's just it's not what I would like to see on a high quality setup. I don't know. Today looks like a no trading day for me. I'm gonna be patient though and see. Maybe the price will change around 10. Maybe. Yeah. I was gonna. I would have gotten stopped out on this trade here if I took this long on US 30. Yeah, I most likely would have gotten stopped right there. Unless I broke even up here, but I know myself. I probably would have been like, let me let it breathe. Yeah, I would have gotten stopped out on this trade. Not too surprising, right? Since it's very choppy. This definitely not the market to chase. I wish it was, right? Because it made a nasty move overnight. A lot of volume overnight. The range overnight, right? This recovery up. Wow. 2% up. 500 points up. Right? That's crazy direction. It looks like it was too much. It looks like New York is tired. New York is open. What am I saying? New York is tired. That's how I like to think about it. Like the market is just tired. Okay, US 30. I was gonna say if it closed below 805, usually I would take the shorts, but I haven't seen confirmation yet. Also, I'm not gonna trade US 30, even if it gives a good setup. Right here. I don't like it. I don't like how VWAP is right there. Usually, I don't like to take trades right at VWAP. It's not my thing. I do think this is a good trade though, especially if this candle here closes below 803. Let's see. I think if that does happen, it'll go down to 555. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it did not close out that strong. Never mind. Yeah, this is tough for me. For me at least. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys see a good setup, but for me it's not. It's not popping up. Like I feel like Nasdaq really wants to go lower, but it's like faking out, especially on the 1 minute time frame. It looks horrible. I think this is a good uh like a good day to stay away from the 1 minute time frame. You're gonna get faked out too many times. Like for me, I usually trade on the 1 minute. In today's case, I would try to stay on the 5 minute because the 1 minute time frame is too choppy. It's too wicky. Also with Nasdaq, I said I wanted to see the price action change once the market opened up. But can you tell the market opened up? No, you really can't. You literally can't tell the market opened up. The price action stayed the same as before. You see all the wicks, right? The wicks are pretty big, the bodies are smaller, and we're also just stuck in this range so far. We'll see if it gets lower. If it does come lower, then we got VWAP right there. And I wouldn't want to see price chop up at VWAP. That's what I don't want to see. Wow, this 5 minute candle on US 30 might close out pretty bearish. We'll see. If it does, maybe I'll take a trade. Maybe I would risk it. I honestly don't want to though. Let's see, 30 more seconds. Yeah, like what? Okay, US 30 did close out pretty bearish. Usually I would short this, especially if it breaks the lows, but I don't know, I don't want to. Something about it just doesn't feel right. I don't like the price action, that's why. All right, well, if this candle here goes back, yeah, like what is this? Literally, what? I was just gonna say if it comes back inside the range, I'm definitely not trading. See, like this what happens? This is literally what happens when the market is not in my favor. I'll get a fake out like this. Like actually that's literally what happens. Cause right, usually I'd wait for this red candle to close and then I'd wait for these lows to break. Then I would short it. But in today's case, you get this strong red candle and you don't get a continuation lower. You get a nasty pump up. Which again, usually you don't really see that. If it's like a really good market, you'll see a good continuation of the move, not like a nasty reversal or something. It's not a good market. It's not a good market at least yet. Maybe it'll clear out, after 10 a.m. Maybe. That did happen a lot last month. We saw a choppy opening and then you saw pretty good moves later on in the day. But for me, it's just like I wouldn't want to wait, 3, 4 hours for a small move. Most of my winners, I'm already done before 10. And now it's 10 a.m. They didn't really get a good opportunity. So I'm not trading today. I'm going to just say that right there. Not trading. Even if NASDAQ comes down, let's just say NASDAQ went down, then I'd have to worry about VWAP. So it's like, what? And then if NASDAQ goes up, then I don't then I don't have any zones to take a trade from. So it's like either whatever way it goes, it's not looking good for me. I got auto liquidated. Will I be banned? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I mean, if you got auto liquidated, you'll lose the account, but that's about it. I know how to trade supply and demand, but I've just been trading trendline breaks. Yeah, I like trend lines on the bigger time frame. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough market. I I could see a lot of people blowing accounts today, which is sad, but it's just a market that if you chase price, it's not gonna end up good. Or if you expect a breakout, it's probably gonna fake out, you know? It happens a lot during choppy days. Yeah, like now we're just back inside the range. I will say US 30 does look more bearish. I mean, it kind of did, right? It did get below this pre market range here. And it looks like now it's retesting it. But I think if US 30 comes all the way up here, then it's horrible. If it comes back down from this area, it's definitely more bearish. Definitely way better than NASDAQ. But yeah, I can't, like, I could take a trade, but usually when I win a trade, I'm already done at 10 a.m. So, like, I could stick around and wait for another trade, but I honestly rather just wait for tomorrow and just hope that we get a better opening tomorrow, which we might, right? There's 10 a.m. news. So, I mean, that could be helpful. We'll see, though. Tough market, though. You traded today? No, no trades. I didn't like any setup. I mean, I didn't really see any setups, but I think the only good trade that I saw that actually would have played out was maybe this off of this 15-minute supply zone, which I mean, I wouldn't have taken because it's not that clean. I wouldn't have taken the short because I would have seen this 1 minute candle close like that, and I would have been okay. We're definitely gonna touch up on the gap, and then it completely reverses. The Yeah, I wouldn't have taken this trade either way. And then I was thinking shorts down here after this 5 minute candle close out strong. But we never broke the lows, so I never really entered. If we broke the lows, maybe I would have entered. But we never got that, so I didn't do it. But yeah, we saw that strong 5 minute candle close for nothing. So it went back inside the opening range, which is not what you want to see for a short. Like, I still do think the shorts are going to play out, but not in the cleanest way. I think if the shorts come in, it's going to be a choppy move down, or it's going to be like a nasty wick that comes out of nowhere. Is your Discord link on WAP? I can't find it. So you join the WAP, and then on WAP, you have to connect your Discord and get access to it that way. What do you think about Lonto? You be on Twitter. You be on Twitter. I already know. Um, no, he's a. I don't even know what he trades, but it looks like he gets really good results. That's a hard question because with Lonto, it's like with Lonto, he'll spend a lot of money with prop firms and make a lot of money, which is good. That's kind of what you're supposed to do with prop firms, but he does it at another level. Like he actually rinses and repeats it, and he's able to be profitable in that way. But I don't know. I don't know. The way he trades prop firms is very aggressive, which is good for him because it works out. But yeah, him and Brian Stunk. I think that's how you say his name. Is it? I don't know. It sounds funny. It sounds off. Brian Stonk. Maybe it's like that. Both of them are like very similar trade. They're very aggressive, which is good with prop firms, but something about it, I don't know. But I mean, I'm a fan. I watch their posts because they get insane profits. I mean, what they get payouts like every week as well, but they don't show everything. You know, that's why I that's why I don't like. That's a crazy bullish candle. Is this on the 1 minute? Oh, 5 minute. Okay, the longs are coming in clean. Like I said though, even if it longs, I'm just gonna have to watch it because I just have this huge gap here. Tough. Do you like TJR beyond his funny craziness? I like TJR. I like he's really on a grind, right? With content, social media, like he's number one. Even with the selling courses, like he's number one. Like I feel like he's very mainstream, which is good because the trading community grows. But I also feel like he's immature and he's for a younger audience. There's nothing wrong with, but also another thing about TGR is his profits and what he trades. He trades on a forex broker, unregulated most likely. I'm pretty sure it is unregulated. And I'm pretty sure he used to um promote the what is this candle? I was going to say he used to promote the I can't even talk right now cuz I'm looking at this candle. He used to promote that unregulated broker. So it's just like some weird things. But yeah, like I don't want to be a hater, guys. But there's just some things that don't add up. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Was about to enter longs, never mind. Yo. That's funny. This is like literally what I said too. I was like, if the shorts come in, it's gonna be a random candle. And that's exactly what it was. Is a random candle. Now I'm expecting US 30 to go down here to 55, 555, all the way down here. That's where I'm expecting it to go. I'm thinking it's not going to be a smooth ride down. I think it'll take a while for it to go down there. We'll see though. Would I take a trade down here? It's like no. No, I wouldn't. I don't even trust the market. It's not in my favor. That's the thing. What style does Lonto trade? I'm pretty sure Lonto trades like ICT. Like he trades fair value gaps and stuff. Did you catch anything? No, you didn't take any trades. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna catch anything either. That's right. No trade day still a green. No trade day still a green day. That is right. Yeah. Brian also got exposed by Apex. Nah, that was crazy, that Apex situation with him. But it's like the Brian situation with Apex, if you guys don't know, he was like getting like 100K days on his Apex accounts. And he was trying to get a $5 million payout from the prop firm. But if you looked at his stats, it was like 36 trades a day. It was like, or at least it looked like what he was doing was like full porting scalps, which is there's nothing wrong with, but it's hard to do consistently. So Apex isn't gonna like that. They're gonna think you're gambling. And yeah, I mean, why would he try to do that too? It was like insane days. It was like 100K days on his accounts, like something crazy. Did you decide what other accounts you're getting? I was thinking of getting straight to funded accounts with Tradeify and Lucid, but just because I don't want to like trade eval. I know it sounds horrible, but my issue is like with evals, it's really hard for me to take them serious, like really, really hard, because nobody likes trading evals. You want to get straight to the point. And I feel like with straight to funded, yes, it's pricier, but it saves you time and it saves you the time from the evalves. But of course, the evalve accounts have a way better return on investment. So it's just like there's a I don't know, like I've been thinking about it a lot. Like damn, should I invest the money into straight to funded accounts? Cuz I know if I do, like I'm not going to gamble the accounts. I'll take them serious, especially since I'm good with trading 50K accounts and I'm good with taking it slow. So if I take the account slow, I don't know for sure I'll get the payouts. It's just like it's still pretty pricey. The straight to funded. Have you tried FTMO? Have I? Yes, yes. When I first started trading, like what 3 4 years ago, I was trading forex. Um, at first, what I did with forex was I made like a small live account, and it was with my tip money from Starbucks because I used to work at Starbucks, and I had like uh, it was like $600 in tips in cash from like a couple months. Not like it wasn't like a lot of tip money. It was just I held the money for a while, so I put in live account. I made $100 the first day, and then like I lost like 80 of it on the same day, and that scared me. So I stopped trading, like fully stopped. And then a couple months after that, I went to prop firms on the forex side. which was a FTMO. And I, oh my, this is so funny that you say that because I was trading FTMO with Doyle's community. I'm not kidding. When I went, and I remember too because it was around Christmas time. I was trading FTMO accounts in Doyle's community, but I didn't at the time. I didn't like how Doyle traded because he's slow and steady. He trades like I do now, which is funny. He trades like 1 to 2 trades a day, and before I didn't like that. No beginner likes to do that because they don't understand. I didn't understand at the time, so like I left his community because I didn't like how like he was slow and steady. Now, of course, I like it, but back then it was like no, like I need the money now. Da da da. And yeah, I never passed an account with FTMO. Never. I tried it like a couple times. It just didn't work out. I remember too. It was on MT4. You guys remember that platform with Forex? Yeah, MT4 with 20 accounts. Are you taking limit orders or market orders? It's a mix of both. Sometimes I place the orders, and I'll be like, oh, if this wick breaks, then I'll get in, and that works out fine. Sometimes I miss it though, so I place the market order. The limit orders only mess up if price is too close to the order. And like what would happen is that some accounts will get filled and some won't. And that happened in the beginning. It hasn't happened in a while though. With Apex, once you have requested 6 payouts, you need to start all over again or keep doing it like that. I know on their older accounts, I'm not sure. I'm not 1,000% sure if they still have it. They should because it's a legacy account. But on their older accounts, on the 6 payout, you could request 100% of the account and close it, or you'll get like moved to live or something. With the newer accounts, I don't think you really have an option. You with the newer accounts, I'm pretty sure you'll get the 6 payout, and I'm not sure if they close the accounts or what, or even if they'll move you to live straight away, or if you'll just stay with the accounts. All I know is that I don't think they're gonna allow the 100% withdraw thing anymore, which sucks. That sucks. That's what I wanted to go for. I mean, I still could because I have the older accounts, but I think that was a really good thing about Apex was that 6 uncapped payout. You traded yet? No, I'm not trading today. Did the market already open? I think it did. I think it did. It banked on shorts on NQ. Nice. Yeah, there was a lot of, not a lot. There was a couple short opportunities on Nasdaq. You did in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. It rejected the gap a couple times. Yeah, there was good short opportunities, but for me, I really didn't have a way of entering them, so I didn't have a zone up here. So sad market today, guys. Sad market. That's funny. Yeah, we're still green. Basically, that's what a no trade day is. You're green. Hey Lonnie, I'm interested in your one-on-one mentorship. Would you be able to speak on Discord? Yeah, I think I have Discord DMs turned off. I think. Oh wait, no, I think I see it. I think I see your DM. Maybe because I know I had like newer DMs turned off. I also haven't checked Discord at all, basically, over the weekend. But I'll check it. I'd have to check a lot of things. But all right, guys. I think today's a really good day to stay productive outside of the markets. I definitely, if you took a loss, if you didn't trade, if you want to trade, just I think the best thing would be to call it a day. Don't mess with the markets too much because they're not giving too much. Okay, don't expect too much. They're not moving too much. I mean, they're moving, but in a hard way, right? Also with Nasdaq, there's really no direction. If you zoom out, even on the 5 minute time frame, you can see it's moving sideways. So if the market isn't in your favor, best thing would be to wait for tomorrow and see how the opening is. Are you reading any books? I literally bought like 4 books in the beginning of the year, and I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna read all these books, and I haven't read a single one. Um, but I want to change that because I do have to get better at reading. I've read on stream like a couple times, and I regret it each time because I'm like a slow reader, which is, I know it's bad, but at least I know how to read candlesticks, right? That's all you need. I'm AK red today. Yeah, call it a day. Especially if that's your daily loss limit. Just 10 minutes a day can make a difference. Yeah, I definitely want to do it like before bed and stuff. Does the trade ovate lockout work for you? I literally don't see. Maybe it's because I have like older trade ovate accounts, but I don't. I was trying to find that as well. Like where maybe it's in the settings somewhere and you have to turn it on. But I know only like prop firm accounts have it. I know live accounts don't have it yet. I don't know why. I think they should. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow's a better opening. If you're gonna keep trading, good luck. I mean, I suggest you call it a day, or you wait for the market to get better. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.